Did it start another stream?
Yeah.
I'll make sure I'm still hosting then.
Oh, okay.
You should.
I'll
Like
check.
a fresh link.
We had an internet difficulty, guys. Sorry.
We're back.
Good.
I'm out there looking at the screen. Soft.
All of a sudden it's like, nope.
You guys want the door closed or you want the fan?
Yeah, we were gonna leave it closed until it got hot and then
Okay.
open it back up later. Thanks.
I have to watch an ad.
For your own stream.
I'm trying to host it,
right.
so it's like, why can't there just be a quick host button?
So
That way maybe someone can see that I'm live, but not really on my account.
yeah.
I guess. There we are. Host. Oh, maybe I'm already hosting it. Okay.
Okay. So really my main function of the contrast paints is to just bring out the insane amount of details
Yeah,
in the armor.
you really can see a lot.
And then you can pick out areas to paint a little bit easier.
There we are. I
We
knew
good?
yeah. Now I need to share on Facebook again.
So are you showing up as a viewer right now, or?
I shouldn't.
Oh, okay.
I think hosts. I don't know if it compiles views or not actually. Yeah, it does say Katie Paints Movies now hosted.
Okay. There you go.
Now I need to. And our new comments aren't showing up because my mom commented. Did he close out Restream? Reload.
Oh. A little bit of a rocky start here.
We're working on it, guys. Test. There we are. Okay. Hi, Mom. She's #1 fan. That's all she said.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, so by the time it's done, like the contrast, you don't even know that it was done on there. It's just doesn't really show up.
I think it really must help with just looking at it.
It does.
Like you're like, there it is.
Yeah, because when you first start this and it's all white.
Yeah.
Or all black or whatever color that you want. This is just a mess of details.
Yeah, it just seems like a very nice visual.
And I know that was some people's gripes about the Army aesthetic as a whole.
Too much.
It was too much. But to each their own. I like it. I think it's kind of neat that you can finish an army and every model is unique.
Oh, for sure.
They've released a silly amount of Plague Marines.
And you get lots of cool, can't think of the name. The little guys, the Nurglings.
Nurglings, yeah. Yeah, there's one on him right now. Just hanging out outside.
Yeah, see, I love them. I know that they were a big hit.
Yes. So, just going around the model right now, kind of picking out.
Yeah, I'm cleaning up the armor so I can add some shade to it, and then I'll start cleaning up the trim and work my way out.
Armon is a pretty busy model too.
Oh my god.
I really like it.
I like it too, but oh my god. Like yesterday, I'm pretty sure I complained my entire stream. Because I put it completely together like an idiot. Shane got it for me for my birthday last year. And I was like, I'm going to build it because I love him so much. And then I just didn't think about actually painting it.
It's like I started to put Mortarion together just this recently, and there are steps where I feel like you can't skip it.
Yeah.
Like the side of his cloak also has some of his armor on it, and you have to glue it together in the
Yeah.
center. But then, like, once you get it together, it's like covering up all these parts of his armor, and there's all these like deep pockets in there. Going like, well, unless I have a paintbrush shaped like a fish hook,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not painting that stuff in there.
I used to have an angled one. I lost it. But it was synthetic and got bad pretty quick. So, I guess it was so cool though. It really helped.
I remember seeing the angle ones. I've never really used them.
And I just picked it up at Pacatans for like $2 or $3 one day. Like, this is super helpful. But the hairs were super short on it. So it got nasty quick.
Oh yeah.
Because I abused my paintbrushes.
I don't know. Let's see on this because it's way in there.
I'm not going to focus on the disc much today, depending on how far I get. But I want to do it. Alright.
Yeah, that's me. I'm gonna. If I have time, I'll be on painting this unfortunate guardsman last.
Yeah.
Are any of them fortunate, really? Though?
I don't think so.
Don't think so.
I think I'm going to shade this with violet. Some thin violet. There you are. Oh, Ikeel said nice conversion.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Where's that coming from?
Right there.
Oh.
Yeah, it says the Restream bot and then their name.
I was reading the wrong. I was reading like Restream bot there, and I was like, "Where's the name?"
Yeah.
Mike, appreciate it. It was fun finding all the bits and pieces to actually make it work. His wrist was just a big glob of green stuff at first. I'm gonna hold this up a little bit closer. Bonus points to anyone that can identify where the hand comes from.
Got me.
Hint, it's not a 40k army.
Is it Warhammer? Is it Games Workshop?
Yeah.
I
Very
admit,
last minute thing. I was like scouring my sprues the other day, going like, I need a right hand that's open in a choking position.
so I got a nice 3-to-1 of Juchai Violet. Kind of looks like melted popsicle.
Water or medium?
Medium.
Cool. I like messing around with the washes with medium.
Oh
You can do
yeah.
some really cool stuff.
Helps it flow better and doesn't tea stain as much.
Yeah. Nice. Got it, Mike. Stormcast.
Does it have a little? I didn't see it.
Yeah, it has a little.
Oh, okay.
Something.
There it is.
There was some model that I think one of the evocators were casting a spell or something like that, and I was like, that looks like I could stick someone's neck right in that hand. So.
Perfect. Mainly here, with this, I'm just focusing on the outside edges of all the armor panels.
Okay.
next. Hopefully it shows up. I might have thinned it a little too much, but I think then I have another small drop.
I'm picking out all the flat areas of the armor and hitting it with some Iron Rack skin.
That's a good
First.
one.
And then we go on to Screaming Skull. And then we go on to Screaming Skull mixed with P3 Marl White
The best
with
white.
very edge highlights. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. Says good luck to the two of you. Just want to let you know you guys are both awesome painters.
Oh, thank
Thanks,
you,
man.
Mike.
Appreciate it.
You too. I've seen some of your work.
Yeah, it's got some good stuff. The thing that I've probably liked the most about Death Guard so far is that it is the most forgiving army to paint.
I feel like you don't need to be great at it.
Ever. Yeah. Yeah, it's like if you're a really good painter, you can do some amazing stuff with the amount of detail that they're giving you to work with here.
Yeah.
And if you're not, then Nurgle's Rot. Nurgle's Rot. Cover it.
Base and shade.
Nurgle's Rot.
You know,
Make
like
it messy.
I feel like all the details really help because then you can just use a shade.
Yeah.
Most of the time, if you're not
Mm-hmm.
if you're not a pro, I guess.
But I've seen some people do some amazing stuff.
Oh, for sure.
Like that guy that did, I don't know if it was that Hairster Mini painting, or it was someone else. That might have been someone else. I think you linked me to his page. The guy that did the Mortarion with like the eyes on the wings.
Oh, Richard
and
Gray.
stuff. Oh, I give up.
Yep.
Hang up the paint because that thing was like.
Every time he posts something.
Yeah.
Thank
Hey,
you.
put eyes on the wings and little eyes on the little wings for the. I'm like, oh, shut up.
I've seen
That's
people try to copy it
So good.
too.
I'm not
I'm like,
trying.
don't. Just don't.
I'm not even trying. It's already out there. I can't do it again.
Yep. Richard Gray did it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beat us all to it. Not like I had that idea going, but
Yeah, he is. He's painting Warcry stuff right now. I think I saw him do the one unmade character.
oh yeah, those things are cool.
Yeah.
Will say though, looking at Mortarion now, I'm trying to figure out what to do with those wings. I don't want to just do the tan or whatever.
I like it when
That
people
was?
just make them look nasty. You know?
Yeah, I was actually like, I was online like trying to like dig up like pictures of like different moths
Yeah.
and
Do
stuff
something like
to
that.
see if I can find like a wing pattern that doesn't look like it's already been done.
Yeah. What about a death head? Black and orange-ish.
Could do that.
Might work with your scheme a little bit.
That's the other thing. I was trying to
Yeah.
find something that kind of goes with the white. Whether that was like kind of purplish wings or something. Trying to find some kind of color that.
Depends if you want to do contrasting or like a complementary scheme.
Yeah.
Like this guy, I wasn't trying to be too contrasting with it. I wanted it to be kind of. I think the most contrasting part about it is the gold.
But like, there's like nothing that you can do about it. That he's going to be the centerpiece of your army when you're done. It's just that big.
Yeah,
you know,
no matter what.
model. Yeah. Yeah, everyone's gonna look right to him. So it's like, gotta pull out the stops.
Oh, yeah.
Just like freehand like mouths or something on his wing. Or,
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
Can't be lazy with that one. I was supposed to paint him a while ago. Then I got ghosted.
So it's fun.
Oh yeah,
It's happening.
I've got a big Gene Stealer commission. So I'm more excited about that.
We were discussing that a while back, I think. Right?
Yeah, all the vehicles.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it is. Be good practice for me though, 'cause anyone who knows me can see that I have never painted a single vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, never. I've painted Bikes.
I was working on that.
I keep smacking this guy against the table.
I was working on that Playverse crawler for quite some time.
Yeah.
The thing took a while.
Well, yeah, you put lights in it too.
Mm-hmm. We got like 4 or 5 more of those kits to order for all the other.
For all the other
I'm like, well, I did
ones.
one. Guess I gotta do the rest of them.
Oops.
So it's 2 more Playverse crawlers, Mortarian's base.
What are you doing for his base? I mean, he's already got a lot going on, unless you're changing it.
Oh, no, more. Doesn't have enough going on that base. You know how he's like, his cloak kind of does some wispy, those like smoke plumes or whatever, and that's kind of what's holding him up. But there's a hole in the middle of it, of that base. I was gonna raise that up 3/4 of an inch or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 layers of the thickest cork that I have. Put a big hole basically in that, so it's almost like a pool that's underneath all those stones that are coming out.
Oh,
And make
okay.
that like a hole in the ground, and then was going to put angled green LEDs at the base
Wow.
with like a little bit of like epoxy over the front of them,
Mm-hmm.
the clear kind, to see if I can space out the beam of the LED, and then fill it with water effect, so it kind of makes like this cloudy green glow of goo
Yeah.
on the bottom of them. Maybe mix in like some Nurgle's Rot with the
That-
water effect,
that'll
so it
be
just clouds it
awesome.
up. I don't want it to be like spotlights underneath him though, so I just wanted like a really little bit of glow. And just put a switch on the bottom side, so you obviously don't have to have this thing on all
Yeah.
the time.
Or change the intensity of the glow if you wanted. You got
There
a
we
yo.
Who dat? Oh, what's up, Matt?
I wasn't even gonna try to say that name.
Markowitz.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in, buddy. There's so many little details around the back of his legs that I didn't even notice the first time around. Now I'm looking at it going like, oh man,
That's how I feel about all this trim. Like,
everywhere.
I'm afraid to paint anything because I know I'm just gonna screw it up later because I'm trying to get something else. I think that's part of my problem right now. I'm afraid.
So did you paint it blue first and then you're painting the trim, or did you?
Yeah, I'm
paint it all
doing the
gold and then
blue.
you're working into the details.
I'm doing the blue and then the gold because I work inside out.
I got hooked on doing the like paint the whole thing, do all your metallics first.
Yeah, I can't do that because I'm so messy with it. I'm so messy with everything. But
And then like you gotta be like, that's my problem. Like, you gotta play these points game, get ever so careful about going back through, or else you're getting like green and whatever all over the gold that you just did.
yeah.
But that's what we're gonna have to do. I'm gonna be doing here. Look at all this white dot, and I have all this crap.
Forgot he does have a lot of metallic crap going on.
A lot. It's like didn't really get the good look at the back side of the model in his pictures. Just saw like came up with a good plan for the front, and he's got that big like gut that's pretty flat. There's not a lot going on there. I'm like, that's not a problem. Paint that real easy.
Yeah.
Look at the back side and I'm like, what is all this?
I always go to the GW site and I bring up the 360
Yeah.
and I take screenshots of like every angle I can find.
Oh, there you go.
And I have those saved when I'm painting the models.
I've just been like tossing it up on the iPad and stuff while I paint.
Yeah.
And just spin it and look at it. Keep working.
My iPad would get covered in paint. If I'm on like my laptop, I'll have it up. But knowing me, my iPad would be in my lap, and I'd forget about it, and it would just be bad.
So are the Thousand Suns a personal project for you?
Yes, they are. Slow grow.
Slow grow? Have some big end goal in mind, or you just kind of
No,
picking a little bit of
right now I'm trying to figure out a third-party model for Magnus. I've been thinking
Not a fan
about
of
that.
GW?
No, and it's not really GW's fault because that's what he looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like the way he looks.
Even with the mask?
Yeah, I just don't like him, which is fine.
Hmm.
I'll figure it out.
There's so many different models and armies and stuff like that that
Yeah,
not everything's going to appeal to everyone.
yeah.
Like we were just talking about the Ossian Bone
Uh-huh. What is everyone's thoughts on those?
Hmm? Skeletor army?
Fantasy Necrons? Tyranids?
Bunny and I were talking about it, and like we were saying, like we like, but like they're so goofy.
All those
It's
big
on.
ass smiles.
Yeah. That kind of started to like how just goofy they are.
Yeah, I was looking at him again and I was like, why do they all have this goofy grin? I don't
So
know.
the other part is I think there's a large community of people that wanted the Tomb Kings to come back
Yes.
because they were essentially squatted
Yes.
with AOS coming around. And this, in GW with AOS is doing a pretty big push to make everything kind of proprietary and work with their IP where they're like, oh, we don't want to have just dwarves.
Yeah.
Because that's very...
Because they can't trademark dwarves.
Thing, but they can trademark Caradron Overlords.
Yeah.
Because who the hell else has that? And they're like, okay, well, these, Tomb Kings, how can we remake them that they're not just like a Egyptian themed, or
Yeah. I get it. Like when you brought up yesterday about the aesthetic of the Morghasts and all that, I'm like, yeah, they do have the same armor to that.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about that when I saw them.
Yeah, the same kind of bones and the same like that purple.
That purple
plate armor type stuff. Like the Morghast and Nagash, those are some pretty cool models. I really like them at least.
But yeah, nothing looked like them before.
Yeah, and you would stick them next to, I think maybe there was the one other Mortark, the Archon the Black.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and he had the same design. But everything else was like old era vampires, some new Night Haunt stuff that looks nothing like it. So, regardless of people how they feel about the sculpt of everything, you now have something that looks like those.
I get that part of it.
Now, if we'll actually play nice with Nagash and the rest of his guys, Lord knows. It might be their own thing, and you just have two separate armies that look the same.
But yeah, because then, okay, Legions of Nagash is its own battle tome now.
Yeah.
So then
Well, when Night Haunt came out,
yeah,
they released like a cut sheet, basically saying like, here's all of the Night Haunt units that you can play in your Legions of Nagash army. So if I want, like, I have like a Legion of Blood army at home with like Neferata and all that stuff, and I could snag a bunch of chain rasps and use them as battle line. Are they going to gain all the fancy stuff that Night Haunt gets? No.
Okay.
But you can still use them. So maybe Ossian will go the same route. Or you just somehow ally in.
I just feel like GW is on like 50 different pages. Like they don't communicate with each other. And they just release things. They don't make sense.
There was a lot of stuff spoiled recently. I mean, we're very saturated right now with new stuff. So the Sylvaneth book got pushed back. Notice that.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That got released though.
That was, oh.
Yeah. I have that now. That thing's, I love it.
Yeah.
But, and then I think it, I don't know, it's like a recent convention or one of the Warhammer World things. They spoiled new ogres.
I remember that.
They spoiled the Cities of Sigmar thing for all the humans. I haven't heard anything with that since. And then Ossian Mars just comes
Yeah.
out of nowhere with a full army.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what they did for Ideneth. When Deepkin came out, they're like, check this out. Here's this bang. Here's this whole army with this big range of models. And everyone's like, holy shit. Like,
But everyone knew that they were coming because of the Daughters of Cain battle tome. Some people saw that in the ally list and they were like,
oh, the Ideneth stuff?
yeah, they're like, who are the Ideneth Deepkin and why can I ally with them?
Mm,
You know? And that was the biggest hint that they were coming.
gotcha. Now, was that intentional, though? Or did someone just happen to spot it?
I think
Seems
they
silly.
spotted it, but I think it was smart that GW added it into the Daughters of Cain book. Because
Mhm.
otherwise, there would have been a
Yeah.
fact or something that said, oh, yeah, you can ally with these guys, by the way.
I've seen sillier things slip through the cracks.
Yeah. It's all
It is funny to see like little typos and weird, like, hey, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
I was just showing someone recently. I was looking at, I was trying to get some paint ideas for one of these models. So I was looking at the army in the Death Guard Codex. Some pictures from it. And there's this one, because you know how in the codexes they do like the big full army spreads every once in a while
Yeah.
in those books. Like, here's everything all ready to go, and they pump smoke into it and use fancy lighting and everything like that.
Mhm.
Looked real close, and like all the terrain in the background was all like the like administratum quarter buildings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're all great. They're unpainted, like gray plastic.
Really?
They just put together and put it in the background. Going like, no, don't do this.
That's
Get
funny.
it done quick.
That's in the Death Guard Codex?
Yeah.
Shane has it, so I'm going to go find that.
Yeah, it's this was just recently actually. I couldn't help it.
Did you take a picture?
I did. So I find it all like, check this out. Fun is dry anyways.
I'm working very
Yeah, so could just be my eyes. But like, if you look at some of the pieces that they have glued to it, and some stuff around it, it looks like bare.
It really does, especially in front, in that one piece in front.
Yeah,
That little section, yeah.
The support.
Yeah.
I was like, huh. Just kind of.
Looks like it was
Caught my
just,
eye.
they tried to use the lighting to paint it.
Yeah. This codex has to go out yesterday. What are you gonna do about this? We need a building.
Put a yellow light
Some
on
guy
it.
runs in. I've got one. Are things showing up on there?
That's what I do with checking. Oh man.
Till the end of the week.
I started a new job, so I'm still getting used to my schedule.
Not different day schedule then?
Yeah, now I'm on, I was on second and now I'm on first.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's.
And it's screwed, because like I used to go to bed at 2 or 3 a.m. And now I wake up at 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a complete changeover.
Right.
And this is I just finished my 3rd week there. It's getting easier. But I'm still tired around this time, like too tired.
Hits you all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. And I've been on second shift for like 4 years now. So I don't really know much else. And I'm like, why is there so much traffic all the time? Why do people do this? It's just
Cleveland.
just horrible.
And the way the highways merge and all that.
I'm used to, no, We used to go into work at 2 with medium amounts of traffic and flying home at night at midnight. You know?
And now you get to deal with all of it.
Oh my god.
Fun stuff.
At least I work close to home. I live in Brooklyn and I work in Tremont.
Oh, it's real close.
Yeah, it's just
You just have to deal with a little bit of traffic.
yeah, a lot of construction. What's going
There's a real
on?
party coming over here from Beechwood.
Hmm?
There's a real party coming over here from Beechwood.
Oh, I'm sure you were on your way for over an hour and a half? 2
Yeah.
hours?
Yeah. Yeah, this time of day you have to deal with like 4 different traffic chains.
Yeah, it's always real bad by the airport. I'm sure it's. Do you have to go over the Valley View Bridge over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough too.
Yeah.
So, in his base model, his armor's all that green color, and his helmet is white.
Okay.
And now that his armor is white,
To make his helmet green?
should I make his helmet green? I'm making his shoulders green. Like the rest of the army.
If you're gonna make his shoulders green, I would keep his helmet white.
Or his helmet black.
Or that. I just wouldn't make
Right.
that. I wouldn't
No.
make green all the way.
Yeah, because it's just
Yeah. It would look silly.
like, right. So I was trying to decide, like,
Paint the shoulders their base color,
and then wait,
and then look at it.
paint this white, see how
Yeah.
I like it, then go black if I need to.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I hate painting trims so much. And I've got to gill
Should
them
be
in
like the
coming
entrance
out.
interview. Do you like painting trim? 40K is for you. Everyone has it.
I like 40K better as a game, but man, do I prefer painting Sigmar.
Yeah, I like those organic. I guess Death Guard's my closest thing I can get to.
Yeah. Mine was Tyranids.
It's even that for me is like, yeah, it's organic, but a lot of it's like kind of very similar forms.
Yeah, that's true. You really gotta make.
So my main army is Eldar, so that's all like everything's
Yeah.
curved.
Curved and full of gems.
Yep.
I like Eldar. I try so hard to not buy Eldar models.
What's that?
I don't know, because I don't want 3 armies. Because I would like to finish one day. One day. That, and I don't really think I'd like to paint them. I just think I like the way they look.
I like
Yeah.
like once you get them out on the table and stuff like that, and like have all like the aspect triangle painted up in their color and
Yeah.
all that stuff, they can look pretty impressive on the table and stuff.
That's true. You can go pretty bright with them. And it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you just having a painted army one day.
Yeah, one day. Or at least have 2,000 points of models painted.
Yeah.
Because I don't even have that.
Let me paint a picture for you. So you sit down at your workbench to start painting for the evening, and you get out a kit and build it and paint it, and you have nothing else to paint except for that one kit. That is the only thing that you have. Everything else is painted.
No
and
way.
you're sitting down to build and paint this kit as your army. And that's it. I think that's hobbyist pipe dream.
Oh yeah, like this is all I have.
Mhm.
I will
That'd
do
be great.
this.
That would be great.
Instead, I have a room now. A whole room.
And someone else decides, like, then buy less shit. And you're like, it's
No,
not that easy.
I like
It
them.
is not that easy.
I have stopped buying a lot
Oh, yeah.
recently.
I haven't bought anything in quite some time.
I bought some
The price of
terrain
mine is like a couple months.
a while ago because the local store's going out of business, and he had all this stuff like,
The Gamer's Haven.
yeah, he had all this stuff like 30-40% off.
Saw that.
So, and we would go there very regularly. So I was bummed. But it sounds like
been around for a while. Hasn't it?
yeah, I talked to the owner. It sounds like he's just done, you
Yeah.
know. Just kind of what I was hoping. Because there's always people in there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Iron rack layer. Done. So if anyone has any questions, comments, just feel free to chime in.
Yeah, anybody.
Let us know
Give us stuff to chat
what's
about.
going on. So what all do you have to paint in the army now?
All of it.
All of it? Is it like him and bunch
Yeah.
of Rubric Marines?
That Rubric Marine that I speed painted isn't even done.
Oh, okay.
So
So you got some work to do there.
yeah, it's kind of a side project. But I've got a box of sorcerers, this guy, and then 10 Rubric Marines. That's what I have.
That Sorcerer box is such a cool kit.
Oh,
There's
it is.
so many bits
I love
and
the
pieces in it.
sorcerers. My favorite are the ones with the chicken feet.
Oh, yeah. It's like kind of flying forward.
Yeah.
So now that the iron rack is done, coming back in with some. Is that a focus up right there?
Yeah, that looks
Okay.
good.
Coming back in with some Screaming Skull to get the kind of bone color.
The contrast
Here and
paint
there.
looks so good on camera too.
The stream keeps kind of freezing up on it a little bit. But they said they're on their phone out and about. The one guy said, yo, he said the stream is like freezing up every once in a while.
Oh.
He's on his phone out and about, so I'm not sure if it's...
Oh, okay. It doesn't normally, like on Streamlabs, you get like a notification bar down here that would say if you were dropping frames.
Oh, okay.
And I haven't seen that come up.
Me neither. I haven't seen anything whenever I look up. This white color looks so different under these lights.
I'm happy I brought my light in today. It's like the past few times it's been, I'm like, light.
Oh, when it's just like in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it a little tricky. What do you do though?
I'm still picking away at this trim here. I'm just going slow. If I go too fast, I'll screw it all up.
Just feathering in dirty white armor highlights.
Are you gonna be doing like any rust streaking?
I will be.
Awesome.
Do some rust. Do a little bit of funk. I guess you can call it
Grime.
grime. Seeping out of the holes in his armor.
All the nasties. Meanwhile, Ironman over here isn't gonna have a speck of dirt on him.
Look at this, he's all shiny magician.
Mm-hmm.
Funny enough, he has really been working his way into Death Guard armies.
Yeah?
Yep. Like a Supreme Command detachment with him in it for Death Guard. Because his psychic abilities are amazing.
Sounds like people are being cheesy.
Hmm?
So it sounds like people are being cheesy.
Yeah, it's not about the fluff. It's about the fact that Death Guard are really slow.
Oh,
And he's got warp time.
okay.
He's like, yo, get to go fast, move fast. But hey, in somebody's turn, Death Guard can use as much help as they can get. So.
Yeah. Shane started a Death Guard. Does he still have his Death Guard army? Yeah, he started one.
Love this.
I haven't played against them, and I haven't played with my Thousand Sons yet. Because I don't have enough.
They're fun in team games too, because they're just an absolute pain in the butt to remove off of anything.
Yeah,
They do not like to die. They might not kill you,
but they'll survive.
but they will definitely stick around. Except for the Foxwalkers. And they're 7-up armor safe.
They're supposed to die.
Yeah.
They're the fodder.
You look at it and you're like, did you guys even need to put a number for their armor save? You just put no there. Armor save, no. No.
Just in case you have a +1, then you can get a 6, right?
Yeah, I can't think of anything that can give it to them off the top of my head, but they're disgustingly resilient. Which is actually kind of nice, because, you know, you have like cultists and stuff like that that get hit with something that they have no save against. Then they're just dead. That's it.
Yeah.
The Foxwalkers that get hit with some, you know, nothing is going to completely negate their save. They'll always have that 5-up.
All right.
Is it nice? Yes. Does it work half the time? No.
Just about done with this trim on the important bits. Mainly around the armor and his head. I'm not going to worry about other parts right now because it's just going to get messy again.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do.
Definitely going to have to do some cleanup around his arm
Yeah.
and his wrist. Because this arm here shouldn't exist. From his, like this bit underneath the chainmail to his wrists, all green stuff.
Yeah.
It's all green stuff. It's just a big blob of it holding his arm there. And then between the guardsman and his hand is another just blob of green stuff. So I figured, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to have to paint around it and make it look
Make it look like something?
as coherent as possible.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, that's the problem, is that like GW's models nowadays, they're so well put together and clean that when you're trying to do like kit bashing and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because it's not just like a head, a body, and arms and legs.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
all over the place.
It's a little easier for Death Guard. You can kind of get away with it. Going like,
Because you can just make a blob.
what's all this green stuff? What's that blob there? You're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a flesh
Yeah. It's
pouring out of his armor, which I'm doing right here in his back elbow. It's just a bunch of,
yeah.
yeah, it's a bad job of green stuff, but it's also
It works.
flesh. And then the guardsman's other arm is Tau, because I couldn't find his right arm. I'm like, I have his guardsman here.
Yeah, that's a cool guardsman.
His
Guardsman.
ankles are all green stuff. His waist is green stuff. His neck, I think every one of his joints. I had to, like,
Wow.
well, because like if you put him here, he's in that like stance.
Yeah.
His feet are doing this. You know, like he's not hanging.
Yeah.
Speaking like, so that's just awkward. I don't know what to do with that.
Do you use just regular green stuff or the liquid or?
Just the regular green, like the
Okay.
mixable green stuff.
I've never messed with it, really.
I like it. It's a like, you don't get this is the what's called gray stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff's pretty good. Sealing all the cracks up with like milliput. That works really well too.
That's the part.
The liquid green stuff, I'm not wild about it. But like,
what would the application for it be?
it's really weird. Like the liquid green stuff application is kind of weird to me. Like you really have to mix it down and get it. So people try to like smudge it into things, and it's not really like that big of a gap filler.
Oh, okay.
Hi, hon. Wife chiming in. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I watched. There was a couple videos. I forget the name of the guy. He had an original like wet palette video
Mhm.
that was pretty useful, and he did one where he was showing like how to use liquid green stuff,
Yeah.
and he was mixing it with water, like kind of keeping it really thin and putting multiple layers into the creases of things, like gap filler and stuff like that. But a lot of times, it's not.
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work the way you would think it would, the way you would want it. So that what's his name, the Miniac.
Yeah, I like him.
He's got a video where he paints one of the creature casters.
Mhm.
And on that one, he used. Hi, Ethan. Hi, buddy. Son's saying hi too. Where he used, because that thing had some pretty good gaps in it. Like, I think where her legs attached and stuff like that. And there was some places with the wings, and there was a big gap in it. And he showed how to use Milliput to fill that. I think.
I'll have to check
Or
some
no.
of that stuff out because I'm
Wait.
not good
No.
at that part
No,
of
no,
the
no,
hobby.
not that model. I'm sorry. I was watching a couple of videos from last week.
Oh, okay.
It was a Blood Angel, Space Marine that he did. I think it was like a how to do Golden Demon thing, maybe. But anyways, he used the gap filler for that. So now I've mixed the Screaming Skull and Marl White together to make kind of a lighter Screaming Skull. There's probably a color out there, but I don't know. I mean, I tend to mix a lot more colors instead of like I need to buy 7,000 shades of
White.
Screaming Skull and white and everything in between the two because they're so close together already. I feel like, like, well, what do you do if, you need to make it again and get that shade, but it's so light.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
wouldn't
I
really
think that it's pretty indistinguishable.
make a whole lot of a difference. I wouldn't think. Alright, I'm just about done with that. And my neck hurts from doing it, so. Only at 48 minutes.
Hey, you only have
2 hours to go.
130 something left.
It's all good. It's all good. I haven't painted for 3 hours in a very long time.
Paint, entertain.
It's been a hard time. I've had a hard time painting since I got my new job because I'm like, I come home from work and I'm tired.
Try to find
Yeah,
time for it.
yeah, I used to wake up and be like, all right, it's 10. I don't have to go anywhere till 2.
Yeah, there's somewhere, I get home in the evening and there's stuff like sitting on the bench, just like, you need to paint this. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do that.
It's so easy for me to forget about the hobby room in the basement, too.
Oh, it's just
Like-
not up in your face all the time.
No, there's a door and everything that I leave shut.
I made like a Evernote page basically
Hmm.
that just kind of, I was like, all right, I gotta, add the commission stuff to it, just kind of make a inventory here. Maybe I don't want to see it, but
You need to know.
I need to know what I have. I need to kind of plan it out and stuff like that and look at it. And that's when I was like, after looking at it, I'm like, Stormcast gotta go. I'm like, I'm not gonna paint this, all of this.
Yeah.
It's like 148 models. Yeah. It's an intense amount of Stormcast. And then the storm host that I chose to paint was no short task.
No, those looked awesome though.
It's like every black model on there with like all those, highlighting black,
Hmm.
freehanding skulls on all the armor. would I have been pretty proud of it when it was done?
Probably.
Yeah, it looked sweet. But at the same time, I'm like,
No.
if it doesn't sell well, maybe I'll take it as a sign. I have a feeling like it might.
Yeah.
It's just like
I just
PSA, $900 worth of models for like $500. Someone chime in, take it off of me.
I think we just sold most of Shane's, all of the Sacrosanct stuff.
Yeah.
But he's thinking about selling his army that I painted, and I'm like, that's fine, but we'd have to work out a price on that
Like,
one.
I'm not just letting this go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I get it. All the work that goes into it.
Yeah.
But like, Whale's one of those things where it's like, and I played a good handful of games with them. Well, like they felt kind of one-dimensional.
Mhm.
Put guys on the board and march them around, and then eventually, a bunch of guys deep strike into the game, slap the crap out of someone, and it's over. You're like, okay, what else does it do? Like that's it.
Stormcasts are not fun to play against, I'll tell you that.
No, they like dying. And if you go with their original like Golden Boy rules,
Yeah.
from GW's like main army,
Yeah.
stuff. The rule. I don't know if you've seen the rules that they wrote for those guys. They're not cool. You can definitely get some bad feelings out of it. Like some of their guys are kind of hard to kill in the first place.
Yeah.
And they have a rule where when a unit is fully destroyed on a 5-up, that unit gets to deep strike back in. Like they're reforged. So like it took like 2 turns and my opponent finally killed this like 10-man blob of those evocators that are jerks to begin with. And I was like, it's a 5-up, I'm a back, and the whole thing came right back in full health. And he's like, okay, we're done. He's like, that's the end of the game right there.
It's over.
Like, I'm not gonna kill him a second time. I devoted like most of my army to getting rid of that for 2 turns.
That's not even fair.
I was trying to be like, what's the odds of it happening? And he's like, the odds are good enough.
It was a lot of 5-up?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good odd.
5-up. 5-up, 5 or 6. I think it's 5-up. Still pretty good, yeah.
For what it is.
Yes. I think you can do it like once per turn, I think.
Oh, okay.
So it's like if multiple things die.
Yeah, they can't all
Don't
come back.
quote me on that.
Yeah.
I have to go check the book. It's been a minute since I've done it.
So
it generally doesn't make you make friends.
I've got the Jade, and I've shaded it with the Druchii. Now I'm going back over it and starting to highlight the armor.
Okay.
And then
I'm
probably...
curious.
Huh?
So let's see, I'm curious.
It's right now, I just started on the foot.
Just doing white.
Well, that looks cool. Awesome.
Okay. Very cool. So did you already do a layer or did you have over the purple?
No, that's not even completely.
Or is that just like thin?
That's just 2 coats of something. It's Succubus Kiss.
That's
But
cool.
it might need another coat, I'm pretty
That's
sure.
good coverage.
Yeah. 2 coats of... Yeah, it's not bad. I'm definitely need another one, probably.
Shane says that a depth count took out a 2,000 point death army without losing a single model.
Yeah. That army was funny, though.
So, like, was the army really... Did you roll really well? Or was that army really bad? I would think that it would kill, like, something.
I just remember the guy that played the army.
Mm-hmm.
He had a sheet. Like, he was very fluffy about it. He had a sheet. Every unit had a specific name. He had fluff written about every single unit. He was an old school, like, Warhammer guy.
Yeah.
Guy was probably, like, 60.
And it just didn't.
And it was, I think Shane said it was his favorite game.
Yeah.
Because he actually felt like he was playing with, like, another nerd.
Yeah. I've had some really good games that are, like, more fluffy, and they're fun like that.
But I forgot that he didn't lose a single model during that game.
Because, like, some of the tournament play, I've seen can really suck the fun out of things.
Yeah, I know. I saw that last year. I mean,
Where you
man.
go up against these armies where it's like, it's either the person that you're going up against
Mhm.
is just not nice at all. I don't know. I guess more for friendly games.
People were like that. It was rough.
But
Especially
tournament, I get it. Tournament.
Zinch players were rough. They were brutal.
20 protectors with 2 armor savers. Healing wounds.
Yeah.
Oh, you did that.
He was a
The-
turtle
the
shell.
20 protector lines. You put judicators or something behind, or some kind of ranged
He
unit
did
behind
have-
them. That,
Yeah.
and then were the protectors like behind liberators, so they can attack over the top of them with their
I
2-inch
He had
attack.
glaives.
Yeah,
Glaives and then the soul maces.
yeah, yeah.
Something like that.
That's annoying as hell. I've like good on you. I've done it before. I'm not guilty of that, but that is a brutal tactic against some armies.
Yeah, that I didn't even want to play against him anymore. Although my daughter's a king can tear him apart.
I was about to say, we did a Path to Glory a little while back, and I was playing INF, and they have their own fun rules where that army can wipe out most of someone in like a turn or two
Yeah.
with how fast and hard they can hit.
Yeah.
And I got absolutely bowled over by Daughters of Cain.
They are
No way
brutal.
of stopping their magic because it won't like be offensive, like all mounted heals and stuff like that.
Mhm.
No way of stopping all their shrines. You got to get up there and kill them first. But if you can't, like, one turn it, that stupid avatar comes to life and steps all over you.
They are the best. Every time I play them, I'm like, I'm sorry. And I didn't even like plan it that way. I was just like, oh, cool. Sexy witches in bikinis. Awesome.
And all of a sudden you're like, oh, they're really, really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mainly just wanted to paint females, mainly. So I got tired of painting dudes, and
Yeah, there really aren't that many of them out
no.
there. Stormcats are getting them now.
Yeah.
Which was a really weird point, because like in the original army fluff, they were like, oh, men and women from the cities of Sigmar, and they're like, then why are they all
Men.
men? Did something happen in the reforging? And
Did-
now they all just come out looking the same?
Are they all reforged as men?
Yeah. But then they started finally releasing the new models, which are way, way, way cooler than.
Yeah.
But now, the sister models, that's the real deal. Some of those things look so cool.
I like the ones that I saw that they released. It was one of the units.
Did you see the Hospitaller?
No, I don't
Cool.
think so.
Her old model was like this tiny, tiny little thing. I have one at home, like the original metal one.
Yeah.
And she's got like this kind of weird veil thing and like a gas mask, and it's all one piece of metal
Okay.
with like a tiny little hand-on hit thing for a gap through the model. The new one, holy crap. It looks awesome. It's a very big model too. I think we were just discussing it the other day. There it is.
Oh yeah, I didn't see her.
Yeah, she's like standing over like an injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's nice.
it's gonna be neat.
I noticed they're getting very scenic and diorama like with a lot of stuff lately.
Yeah, someone mentioned that with the new
Yeah,
Mortark,
yeah.
how scenic he is. that it doesn't almost doesn't make sense to be able to move him around because he's like on like a step. And you're like, so this train moves with him somehow.
What about all the guys around him?
Right.
Normally, like they would make in the case of that in the past, they've made them separate models
Mm-hmm.
if there's that many guys.
Right. Well, that's what someone kind of mentioned. Though, like, I almost wish that he was on like a slotted base, and it all comes like that, and you can place them all like that on when you're going for like a scenic showing of the army. But then when you go to play the game, you can take them all off, and they're all on like 50s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's not this big like. But with how strong he is, like fluff wise or rule wise, I mean, you probably want something on that size of a base to match up with like, you know,
That's true.
the like say what's her name, like a L'Oreal or something like that, where she's really powerful and she's on a huge base.
Yeah. But here's the thing, she is huge with her beetle.
Yeah.
This guy is not. So it's just weird, I guess.
Yeah. No, man, I get you.
It's
I'm on
just,
board.
I don't know. I feel odd about it.
Someone said something interesting about his rules though, where like he's got this thing like as he loses wounds or something like that. Like I don't know if this was just like a guess or if someone got to see his rules. But like as he loses wounds, the profile changes from different guy to different guy. So like he's moving around, like the one dude in front's the first one that fights and has his profile on. And then if he loses so many wounds, that guy dies, and then he's now this guy. And then once you work through all of his handlers,
You get to the
then-
middle guy.
then you get Big Bro.
Yeah. I could see that if that was true.
But that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would make sense to me. Maybe the Mortark himself could cast along with
Yeah.
the guys fighting around. I don't know. I don't know if
Yeah.
he's a caster.
Yeah, I don't know what he is.
I'm trying to find what to do to go up to this from this jade here. Thinking about bringing it up to something like this bright. Because I like bright.
That'd be cool.
It's like, do I want to go blue with it or do I want to go green with it? I think I want to go green with it.
Like you don't want to go maybe too close to the color.
Yeah,
Would it get mucky
I'm gonna mix it.
if it's too close in shade?
Yeah, because he doesn't have a lot of surface area. So I might just do like sharp highlights.
Yeah.
But let's see what if I have.
Yeah, you're right. There's not a lot of surface to work with there.
No. His biggest surface is going to be his robe, which I'm not really excited for. At all. Yeah, see, I don't think I should even use that middle color.
Maybe try it on like the lower part of his backpack or something
Yeah.
like that. Something that's really in the back, easy to cover up. See how you like it there, and then. So I'm going back in now with Reikland Flesh Shade on a really fine brush. Just kind of hitting some of the recesses, areas where it got a little too bright for me or where I want to dim it down just a little bit.
It was looking a little too clean.
A little bit. We'll really get it messed up later.
I think this can work. If I just keep it
That's the
clean.
white that I'm looking for. Now I'm going to water down Scrag Brown.
Love that color.
Just with water. Water really runny. Almost to the point where it draws back up on itself.
How's that rosemary color working?
This is an old Series 7 that I've got here.
Oh, okay. Still haven't used it yet.
No, I'm going to break it out for some of the smaller, like really small details.
Did you get a 2? Is that what
It was a 1.
Oh, okay.
I got a 1 and a 0.
Oh, okay.
So this one here, there are areas where his armor splits on things, and I'm taking this and targeting the recesses with it.
This works. I can do this.
That color?
Yeah. It looks better now that it's actually layered over the jade. Doesn't look like so much like mint ice cream.
Oh, when you see it just kind of alone on a palette,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, I'm not so sure.
The mint ice cream suns.
Until it's the end of the week. It's a quieter stream. Like,
Yeah, Friday, I've tried like experimenting different like days and times.
mm-hmm,
Friday and Saturday nights are very slow
mm-hmm,
because people are doing things.
yeah,
But if you do like
middle of the week.
middle of the week in the evening, awesome. And then if you do like Saturday mid-afternoon, Saturday morning, works out really well.
Also good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then Sunday I don't even try.
People are off doing whatever.
Yeah.
I noticed like the other video had a lot of like after the fact views too. Like once Josh saved it up on the channel and stuff like that, a lot of people checked it out.
Yeah.
So
Like when I was streaming this guy yesterday, a lot of people said that they would tune in today. But that's fine. I'm not offended.
Huh.
Not offended at all, guys.
we still got plenty of time. It's only
Yeah.
27. Yeah. Really getting a lot done here. Like forging along. Going
Woohoo.
slow.
Yeah, I was like, man, 3 hours? Our mine will be almost done. Nah.
Armand's like, jokes on you.
Armor
All this
trim.
Detail. Now, coming back in with Rhinox hide on the very, very deep recesses.
I will make sure I finish him, though. I think he's gonna have bright orange eyes.
Like really, really bright.
Yeah, like orange. A little bit of glow on the cheekbone area.
I think I'm gonna do some pretty intensely bright red eyes.
Yeah.
For him to really have that really big pop of.
I might go ahead
Color?
and do that when the armor is done, just so I can see it. Because I brought some bright oranges with me.
The white on his helm? Yeah.
You going with white? White or black?
Look at it. You have to decide though.
Someday.
We'll just go with it. Mm,
20 minutes or so, you want to call a break?
yeah. I think white.
I think you should do white.
I feel like the head is always, the face is always like the focal point.
What are
of
you
the
gonna do,
model, so
like
people always look at
the hood thing?
this
Yeah.
gold,
Oh, okay.
It's all
Then
metal.
definitely do white.
like heavy metal trim around that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do gold on this horn on his forehead, gold trim around this, gold around
Oh,
his
that'll
neck,
be awesome.
silver on the gas masks. So you know what I think I might do? I already got this mixed up right here. I'm just gonna go get right in there on his face and do it. Just layered.
Yeah,
in
that was me. Okay. Just trying to make sure it's still working.
there. We have like no trust in it right now. Like,
I don't know. Oh, yes.
Hmm?
And then I just got a appointment confirmation.
Oh.
Text yes. Yes, if you're gonna go.
or text nothing, and we'll still confirm it.
Yeah. What are you gonna do if I don't? Alright, now I'm going in. So my recipe so far is jade, Druchai, jade mixed with retro emerald, and now I'm going full retro emerald.
Cool.
And then that'll probably be it.
Do you have like a pick or an X-Acto knife or something sharp and pointy?
No, the best I've got is a paper clip, so it's not really sharp.
Can I use it?
Yeah.
Or do you need like?
I brought it for unclogging fingertips.
I got something down in there, like between his face.
Is that too big?
Let's see.
Like hair or something like. I always get cat hair on my models, so.
It's something, all right.
Every commission comes with a free cat hair.
No, that's not
No.
working. Mm. No. Just.
Can you use one of these spikes?
Well, that didn't work. I was trying to get this.
Oh, that part.
Now it's gonna cut me.
Oh no.
Ooh, that's sharp. Yep. Boy, we are failing right now. I am. Let's see. Maybe a card or something. Okay. Well, maybe I'll avoid it now on the break. See if they have like a knife out there or something like that. I can
Yeah.
go that route. I thought someone said something at first. I was gonna be like, yeah, and then
That was me.
Like, oh, never mind.
Sorry.
All right. Well, let's do some silver.
Well, I hope everyone is just having such a good night tonight. I'm fine with it because, hey, I'm being forced to paint right now.
Forced.
This brush needs to be washed because it is not doing anything.
It's also good to paint under the camera.
Hmm?
It's also good to paint under the camera over here, like.
Eh. If I was smart, I would have washed my brushes before I came. I was too busy trying to get here. It's like whenever I put it to the model, it just goes like this.
Oh.
Normally, I have to wash it then. It's either that or I need to put some Flow Aid in there. Which I'll do, because that will help. I think this is Flow Aid. Aid the flow.
The silver, which I can get a little bit messy with, because the gold's going right over top of it.
What silver are you using?
Just lead belcher. And then the storm host over top of that.
Oh, okay.
I find I have to do like kind of multi-step it, where it's like lead belcher, darken it, storm host,
Yeah.
make it bright, depth guard, darken it back down again a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
With like either like over top of the storm host, I'll try to mix in like Mornfang brown or the Nylic oxide.
Okay.
Try to make it bright, but then tarnish it a little bit, I guess.
Makes sense to me.
Sure.
Oh, that's so much better. It's doing what I want. Ah, that's what I want. Bright cheeks.
Let's see. See it from here.
Yeah. It's crazy how the contrast paint looks on camera because it's just like I see it.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
messes with me.
Oh, with it like the, I guess the different like.
Yeah, it looks like a cartoon.
Yeah, it comes out really almost vivid.
Yeah. But the camera just like intensifies it.
It was awesome for doing poxwalkers and plate bringers.
Yeah, I remember those ones that you did.
Awesome. It was so easy. They came out so fast, and it was like, I can do this. Definitely. I only have like 60 of these guys to paint.
I wanted to try it out on my Gene Stealers.
It was nice, like, just being able to like skip over to GW really quick and try out some of them on some white models to see, like, you know, because there were definitely like some contrast paints that are eyeing up. Going like, maybe this, and then I tried it out on a white model. I was like, oh, this is way too bright.
Yeah, because you can't tell in the pot.
Yeah. Like this, the purple one, I don't have it out right now. It looks nothing like it ends up.
Like in a good or a bad way? Like you like it in the pot and then you bought it and you...
Both. Like I thought it was
Okay.
going to be a deeper purple, and it kind of came out more of like a crimson-y-ish. But I still was like, you know, this is pretty close to what I was looking for. I didn't have to go and do it or anything. Was it different than it? Yeah. But it worked out. Have you gotten any of them at all yet?
I have black, Templar black, Apothecary white, and the Agarose Dunes I bought for my Gene Stealers.
For contrast?
Yeah.
How'd you like the white?
I've used it for small bits.
Hers are really weird. Like, in a good way?
Like-
It goes down like gray and then it
Yeah.
lightens up.
I used it
It's
for
not weird.
small bits. I haven't really used it on a big
Oh, okay.
surface yet. It's mainly what I planned on contrast paints for. Like, hey, this leather pouch. Let me paint this quick leather pouch real
Right.
quick, you know?
Yeah. Makes sense.
But the Dunes one, I really want. I don't even have a primed Gene Stealer. So, one day.
But no, that's the commission, right? Or
No. No, I have Gene Stealers for my Tyranid army.
Oh, okay. I need Skaven blood.
Because my Tyranids are brown and pink mainly.
My brain must be goo. I was thinking Gene Stealer call.
Yeah. Gene Stealer
These are Gene
models.
Stealers.
Yeah.
Singing some Tyranid. I was like, wait.
Wait a
we're talking
minute.
about something else. As long as I got the colors out, I'm gonna hit these weird vents.
Alright,
Growth
time
on
to
back.
get the rivets. Can't ignore the rivets.
Oh, in the armor.
Yeah. I always have to get the rivets.
Have you been in like armor trim hell for the last hour?
Well, I'm working on the main armor now.
Oh, okay. Oh, with the gold armor though, that was like.
Yeah, that took a while, and it's still not done. I just have painting
You were able
ADD.
to get like a head start though with the.
Yeah. Because I worked on it for 2 hours yesterday.
Oh geez.
So,
Yeah.
I still got somewhere.
Yeah, but for like today's purposes, you'd be like, all right, we're done, and it's base coated.
Yeah. I didn't want that to be the case. That's why I'm just going ahead and starting on the armor so people can see some detailing. Because I think
Right,
that's
but
what
it's not
people.
very, it's
Yeah.
not a testament to your ability or anything. It's just like,
Yeah.
this is a model with all kinds of tiny little details, and I'm going to be spending
A lot of time on it.
eons base coating it.
And I just don't think people want to watch that much.
Right. Well, that's essentially what I've been doing over here. It's base coating things.
I want some splashes of white. Just small little. My eyes need it.
I can't remember what I painted on. Oh, I did a Exalted Sorcerer back when, and did like light, almost like a pink type thing to do like little
Yeah.
Tzeentch inscriptions and stuff on his armor, on his robes, to make that pop. But
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna go straight for Vampiric Mist. And just get my size 0 out and
Pyrrhic Mist, what's that one from?
Reaper.
Reaper.
It's white, but it almost has. It's a different kind of off white, like a purpley off white color. I don't know.
No.
What'd you do?
I was putting all this detail into this white,
Yeah.
and this whole thing on his back is like the Destroyer Hive wood shit coming out of his back. It's all this organic stuff. It's not armor.
Oops.
Damn it.
I don't need a triple 0 for that. 0. Oops.
Alright, y'all, I ain't getting cute with this. Slapping this paint on here.
Oopsie daisy. Alright. Let's do this. White. This can either make it or break it.
So I'm thinking maybe at 7:40, and take like a 10-minute, and then come back for like 1 more hour.
Yeah,
And
that works for me.
that'll do it for today, I'd say.
Yeah, because we're gonna need some time to pack up.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
You guys can just kind of see here that I'm just kind of spotting this white in. Being very light with it.
Where is it?
Just random, like here, little spots there. Just little points.
Oh, like right at the highlight edges of the
Yeah.
armor?
Hi.
Is your dog? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, just because it's bringing it out a wee bit more.
Trying to bring this kind of organic gray color into the growth on his forehead.
It's growth.
Growth. I think what his face needs is a wash. Darken up those recesses. And bring out the details more. Right now, it's looking a little muddy. Alright, that's what we're going to do. Agrex. Let that dry over the break.
Alright, I'm just going to finish up this white. Then you can finish that up, we'll call a break.
Yep. And you can see, it darkens it immediately.
Don't stab yourself, Kristen.
The other day I was working on something in the paint. I was like holding it like my hand, and it just rolls out of my hand.
I remember just doing something and all of a sudden whatever you're holding ends up in the other side of the room.
Yeah.
You're like, how did that?
Yeah.
Why did I just throw that?
It's easier and I didn't know it.
Because I feel like that's a problem.
I'm okay. So I'm gonna spread the Agrax Earthshade all over the hive on his back. I find that's the trickiest thing with Death Guard. There's so many details that you have to keep everything contained and work on things in areas or it turns into a big mucky mess of details. So.
Ready? All right.
All right.
We'll be
It's
right
been
back.
hour 40.
About 10 minutes.
Take a break for a little bit.
Yeah.
Come back.
I'm just gonna. We don't have a BRB, so I'm gonna throw out the starting soon. Hey.
Oh no.
Sorry.
We've been talking to. Oh
We've
boy.
been talking for. Oh, it's only been 10 minutes.
Turn back time.
Thank you, Shane. Always got your ear out.
Might be a little hard to see on the camera, but it is bright red. Spills over onto the armor on his cheek a little bit.
No.
So I'm gonna grab some Rhinox hide and paint it under the eye. Just to frame the red a little bit.
Oh, I'm happy I went with this orange. It's like, man, what color will these gems be?
And then just gonna dab the Rhinox hide, just gonna stipple it in a little bit around the white armor and kind of crack it up a little bit.
I think I want to make this one on his shoulder look like an eye. I think that might be what it's supposed to be. Oh, there's a wet hair swimming around in there.
In the water?
No, in my paint.
Oh.
I just was twirling around a piece of hair, strand of hair. It's like, well, I might as well get that out of there.
It happens. Like dust that's floating around or something like that in the house, and you just.
Into your paint. Or, you know, when the cat jumps up on my lap and then there's just hair
This happened to me the
everywhere.
other day with like, I was gluing things together, and like one would like get between the pieces that got glued together, and I was trying to like, you gotta be kidding me.
Always have tweezers nearby.
Right. Alright. Now I'm going to take Wild Rider Red and do another layer on the eye. The finest fine little lines for that though.
Now I'm gonna mix a little bit of the red ink into the orange, make it very thin, and glaze it over the cheekbone area if he had an exposed face. But he doesn't, so they're still cheekbones, I guess.
Yeah. And I have a brush here that's a little bit more messed up. That I'm gonna grab. Gonna get wet red paint on it. And use this for the eye glow.
Simultaneous eyes.
Right?
How's that look on camera? That looks decent. I'm like, hey, it looks good in front of my face, but what about...
Really mess it into there. What you do is
there?
make the eye glow, but don't stop there. And then make it like a kind of like a pinkish color. And paint back in behind it. Sort of fix the highlight. Sometimes the glows get a little bit too much.
Oh, so you can still see the color underneath. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sometimes when you're trying to like dry brush white into where eyes are,
Yeah.
it goes places where it's like the glow wouldn't hit
Wouldn't
that.
go.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I see a lot of people try to make glowing eyes. I'm like, why is his forehead glowing too? You know?
Yeah. Object source lighting everywhere.
Everything.
Mm,
I'm not big on it when it like lights up the entire model. I just like little touches of things.
Alright, well,
I'm super.
you can cast your vote on this when I'm done.
How far is it? Is he? Well, you said you want him to be super brightly glowing, right?
Enough, yeah. Just because the rest of the model, while it's busy,
Mhm.
it's not gonna, it's kind of a drab color.
Yeah, there's not. So I can understand. There's not a lot of color going on.
When people really get focused on the face, so I kind of want that to pop.
I get it.
That's weird.
Oh, I've got my Mora white. Here it is.
So his eye's gonna glow red. I'm actually gonna do the center of his eye with Dorn yellow. Because A, it's not white like the armor around it. And I wanted something brighter than or different than the glow that's coming out of his armor.
Oh, that's that edge highlight color. That
I
Dornia.
love it.
Yeah.
So. Alright. Gonna make this kind of pink.
Yeah, I just can't make my brush do what I want it to. Ah, stick my finger in it.
Give me a little rough time.
Yeah, I don't really work with orange much though. Trying to find a
Orange can
way.
be tough. It's really opaque.
I'm trying to get like yellow in, but I don't want the glow to look yellow. I just want to add some, mainly as a way for me to work up to white.
Right.
I think that works. I just painted some cool orange eyes on a beholder, but that eye was much, much bigger. So I'm kind of using the similar stuff that I used with that though.
Let's see. In the eyes.
Yeah, right now that's where I'm at. I'm about to add
Eyes
some
are always
white.
tricky. That looks good.
Yeah.
Looks nice. They're so small, and to do them right.
Yeah, I want to make a statement with them.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty close.
See, and that just flooded the eye.
Is it a wash?
No. I was trying to put white on the very center of it. and it just kind of pooled
Mm.
where it's not supposed to. My hands are getting really shaky right now, though. Moral White, you're failing me. But I think it's mainly me doing it, so.
Gotta get down to the crack of his head. Oh my god, there's so many little tiny recesses here.
Shoot. You can tell I haven't painted I really have taken a 3-week break, so I'm really rusty right now.
You know, it's good for everyone to kind of step away for a second sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, work on these things hours upon hours, week in and out.
Mm-hmm.
After a while, you're like, with something where it's like kind of high concentration
Yeah.
for long periods of time.
Gets rough. Just not getting the concentration of orange that I want. It's like I lost the orange.
Oh, this is so small. So small. I had this peg like this. The second that I saw the model, though, I was like, that area around his head is going to be a
Yeah.
pain in the butt.
I remember I was watching a show she painted on Twitch, and she was saying the exact same thing.
For a typist.
Yep.
Oh, damn it. What am I doing? Painting an area where white's going, and you have brown loaded.
Oops.
I'm not firing on all cylinders
Oh,
tonight.
let me get this out of here.
That's, like anything, there's a permanent. Just like that.
I'm just gonna stop messing with it for now because I'm getting mad.
That's always a safe bet.
Yep, I'll revisit it later. It's weird because, like, I can give you pupils all day, but when it comes to, like, a tiny glowing circle, nah.
Give you a little trouble.
Yeah. I think he would look silly if I painted these like pupils.
Soften the armor up a little bit. want to grade my object source lighting here. Yes.
Looks good. I like it.
It's so little.
It is very little, and they're triangular. Awesome. I like it.
Thank you. Yeah, people focus in on the face so much.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't want to lose that. But there's a ton of like gold and stuff to go around all that trim on his head.
Mm-hmm. It'll look nice. That splash of color, though. I'm actually going back over mine glow with the base color right now of the armor.
I'm gonna get started with the gold trim.
Have fun.
Oh yes, it's going to be a treat.
I think that works.
Yeah, it's 20 after 8 now, and it's probably gonna end with me going. And next time, see me finish the gold trim.
I'll probably finish this guy off stream unless you wanted to plan another one.
No, I think we can maybe do something else
Okay.
some other time. I don't know what.
What do we want? Another 20 minutes. What can I do in 20
What
minutes?
did we do last time? What did the...
I did the nymph, you did the chibi.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Maybe an AOS model next?
That's fine.
Because the first one was the... This is the third one? The first
Yeah,
one was
well, we did the speed paint. I don't think that was the first one, though. Was it?
It's like... it's starting to blend together.
I'm losing focus now.
I think it was the thousands, the river plains maybe.
Maybe that was the first one.
And then the chibis and then this.
Yeah. What do I have for AOS that I could want to do?
So let's see, I have
I've got Daughters of Cain crap.
Sylvaneth, Ideneth, and Death.
I have Daughters of Cain.
Are
And
you-
I have a few Slaanesh demons. I have Selesky, he would be fun. The guy with the
Yeah.
chick on top of him. That
I
sounds
have
odd,
some
but
Nurgle demons.
and then I have the small character, the Mosque.
You do demons next.
Yeah.
I have the Poxbringer and a Sloppity Bilepiper.
I have him too.
It's a cool model.
Yeah. That's why I bought him. I was like, he's cool.
Bagpipe of Organs.
Yeah. I've got the Scrivener. He's started,
That's a cool model too.
but I just wasn't feeling him as much, so I never finished him.
Bilepiper's definitely a neat one.
Yeah.
That's the last model. Is sweet.
Why is this all sticky?
That's a really neat model.
Yeah.
With like the
Yeah, I really like it.
piggyback ride.
I've seen some cool reposes with it too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't even look up any
Yeah.
reposing on it. I kind of liked it as it was.
Yeah. I don't have him built yet, so.
Some of those newer models are like, it's very hard to repose
Yeah, they are.
just because there's so many like, this thing connects into the top of the guy via its tail and 3 feet and this thing and then there's all these whips and crap and you're like, wow, there's a lot of stuff that I actually have to move to make this work.
Yeah.
And hey, somebody is tuning
Ew. Where?
in. Hello.
What happened?
Hmm?
Oh. It's like when I had my Keenerai heart
Mm-hmm.
renders. I didn't like their tails.
Oh, those are the flying ones.
The harpy
I like that,
ladies.
yeah.
Yeah.
The tails on those ones do look a little.
So I think I built 2
Yeah.
sets of 5 without tails, but I
Mhm.
had to re-sculpt all of their butts. Because
Wow.
the tails
Was it like part of?
was a part of their butt cheeks. So it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
And it just felt awkward the whole time.
Think of what. There was another one I was looking to kit batch it around, and it was always just like beset with difficulties on all sides. Going like, okay, this is really, really gonna be tricky. Or one that I wanted to do, but looking at it, going like, oh hell no, am I gonna try to
Yeah.
cut and move and redo some stuff like that? Maybe one of the IDNF models. I thought about trying to redo parts of it,
Mhm.
and they're like so spindly and fragile. But trying to fix
Yeah.
anything, you're like, okay, well, I'm just,
Not.
you know, this thing was actually like built with some form of stability in mind, and I'm just taking all that apart right now.
I'm going over this ivory color on the underside of his robes. Because it's a pain. And I'm not getting all of it, that's for sure. I'm getting what you'll see, maybe.
Well, it's just the underside of it.
Yeah.
So, you know, so part of it's not painted, you don't see it.
That's what I'm
You leave it only on your
hoping.
nose.
Don't look at it directly underneath in the light.
Did you see that thing with like the one, like the painting judge with the underside of tanks and stuff?
No.
They had like, they're talking about them where they'd be judging entries, and he would come across 2 things like, these 2 models are beautifully painted, like in like a vehicles category, 2 tanks,
Mhm.
and he can't make the decision of which one's better than the other just by looking at those 2. And then when he gets to that point, he flips it over to see who
painted the
was bothered
bottom?
to paint the bottom side of the tank. And the photo was like gray, or they just sprayed it black. He's like, that one loses.
That's
You should
awesome.
have painted the bottom side of it. I would have been like, oh.
I would have been like,
Because I
yeah.
get lazy with the bottom side of tanks. I'm just like, well, no one's going to see it. It's going to be on the table.
Then you don't want the paint that you worked on to get all scratched up. If anything, I would give it a basic tabletop. Like, give it a base and
Yeah.
shade, you know?
You know what I've been doing with the bottom of tanks now, and I actually just been pretty happy with that, is spraying the whole underside of the tank black,
Mm-hmm.
and then getting like Mournfang brown spray.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do this if you have an airbrush with. I think you do, don't you?
I don't.
Oh, well, it works with a canopy too. Just like dusting underneath the tank and letting a little bit of the off spray hit the bottom edge of it, so it looks like some kind of dirt and dust.
Yeah.
And then it puts almost like a dusty fade on the bottom side of the tank too, and it looks fine. And it's the bottom side of the model, and no one's really gonna be like, whatever. And that's that. Just let it go.
Makes sense to me.
Done with a bunch of tanks and love Yakka. So if anything, over the past 3 hours, this has confirmed my fears. Typhus is a very busy model.
Yep.
I will get nowhere near the amount accomplished that I thought I did.
I thought I was going to get a lot.
little overambitious.
I thought I was going to get further. But I always take my time.
Yeah.
Miniatures aren't fast.
No.
But after this, I'll have about 5 hours into him.
I'll have 3.5 to close to 4, maybe.
Yeah. And you still
After-
got that whole guardsman and the
Oh,
rest of
yeah, yeah,
them.
yeah.
It's a
And
whole
then there's
thing.
nerdlings for the base.
Oh, how many?
One.
Oh, okay.
I have an extra one. That's like chewing on a grenade.
Oh, okay, that one.
So I'm gonna put him on there. I did something else with the foul blight spawn, so his base is all crazy. I didn't have anywhere to put the nerdling
Oh, okay.
that comes with it. So I was like, oh, I'll just use him on here. Or if I don't use him on here, put him on a tank or something like that.
Yeah,
on
I'm-
top of one of the flavors columns.
I'm sure you'll find a use for him.
Well, there's a spot right down here. I actually have this guardsman gun.
Oh, okay.
And I was gonna kind of like melt it up and put it on there. Yeah, sometime.
Alright, I'm gonna let that sit because otherwise it will start to get cakey if I keep working with it.
What color?
It's it's an ivory color,
Oh yeah,
olive flesh, but
anything of that
yeah,
tone, really.
even if it looks dry, just don't touch it. It'll turn into cake batter. I'll just spend the last 10 minutes. What do I want to do?
Painting gold.
Yeah, I'll get some shade thrown on some of this copper here.
Painting gold. And more gold.
So I can see what I want to do with it.
There's gonna be a bunch of it. It'll be really good once it's done. We will unify everything. Alright, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. Whoever tunes in the video, this is painted gold. Bottom part of it's gonna be painted gold. You get the idea.
Gold.
Everyone's easy. Gold. Gold trim just like up there, gold trim down there. So good?
Gold, gold.
Gonna paint the nerdling. One hanging onto his side right there.
I'm taking some Agrex that almost just landed on my pants.
And what better color than nerdling green?
Perfect.
To start. Not mixing it down too much. Just gonna go right over that and kind of keep the brown that's already in the recesses for him. Kind of want to paint one angle on it, or it'll start filling in all the cracks. Just kind of want to pick out his flesh and make it greenish. Doesn't have to be the whole thing, because then we're going to put a wash over it. That'll take care of all the recesses. Should hopefully shade it all into a similar tone.
I'm just throwing some Agrax on the trim that I have cleaned up. Just because I'm getting kind of lazy with time right now. I don't want to get too involved.
With the 10 minutes left?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he's turkey's painted green. There's that. Also, with the remaining time, let's do these sores that he's picking at right here on Typhus's side.
The Nurgling is picking at.
Yes, he's picking at some of Typhus's sores.
Wow.
Death Guard always has the sexiest terms.
Mm-hmm.
What I found that I really like to do with those is paint them Dorn yellow. I think there's a couple other ones on the model. Anywhere you see these
Oh, those blistery things.
blisters, buboes, I don't know what we're calling them.
Yeah. Something.
Paint them
really bright yellow.
Mm.
Nice, uncomfortable looking color. And then when they're almost dry, we get Fuegan Orange wash.
I recently bought that one and I didn't realize how useful it would be.
It's really bright.
Yeah.
Really bright applications. And then we put that, just dab a little bit off on your paper towel, and then paint that into the sores. You can take some of that Fuegan Orange then and sort of drag it down the armor to make it weepy. We are using some awesome terms here.
Vocabulary is amazing here.
Dry it off a little bit. So I got that time, kind of time. While that dries, just kind of doing lightning round here of painting different things. The Nurgling is dry at this point. Grab some Ethonian Camo Shade. Paint it onto the Nurgling. Like before, we didn't absolutely cover every inch. We didn't get all the recesses with that Nurgling green, but he wasn't too dark to begin with, so I didn't really have to worry about covering up everything. So spread the Nurgling green around him, let that dry, and then we'll go back, or the Earth Shade, Ethonian Camo Shade. We'll get the paint color right. Let him dry. Now that the Fuegan Orange is dry on the blisters, go back to Dorn Yellow. And hit the highest spot of each blister.
I'm just getting a light layer of Agrax Earthshade over all the gold. Not all of it. The gold that I know I'm not gonna touch up, at least. Just to kind of tone it down. Because my eyes start bugging out.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm just like, I just need to right now.
Just pick something else to work on a little bit.
Yeah. You know. Clean up his sash. It's gray, in case you were wondering. Guys, this field blue is so weird. So if you don't mix it right, it's purple. You can see the purple in there.
Reminds me of like that one gold color, Gehenna Gold.
Yeah.
That if you didn't, like, it always separated out to orange.
Yep.
And not like a nice orange.
No.
Like a golden orange, like obnoxious orange.
And Liberator Gold.
Yeah.
That was like that, and so was, yeah.
So there.
Yeah, I have this one right here. It never even wants to mix.
There is his sore.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's dumb.
There's the
Oh, that looks nice.
all gnarly.
Gnarly and bothered.
Go back to Nurgling Green. Gonna mix it with a little bit of Hallowed Witch Flesh.
Painted
To
this
bring it up a little bit lighter than the Nurgling Green one down.
sash in gray, then I normal oiled it, and I'm just going in lighter grays.
Make the Nurgling a little
Yum.
There's so many awesome terms coming out of here.
What are you doing? You're adding.
It is Nurgling Green mixed with a little bit of Pallid Witch Flesh.
Oh, okay.
After I painted him Nurgling Green, and then did a layer of Athonian Camo Shape.
Got it.
If it looks too white, I can do another layer of Athonian Camo Shape to bring him back down.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of wanted
Yeah, to make them look,
the
Kinda.
highlights on him to kind of pop.
make them look slimy.
Yeah. Without just like,
Glossing them.
yeah, covering him in the varnish or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Paint his little demon booty. Now, if I want to go the extra mile, which, yeah, let's go the extra mile.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
2 minutes to go the extra mile. I'm gonna take Carol Crimson. Pop that on there. A little bit of Wigan Orange. What I want to do are like the areas like around his knees, his hands, kind of around his lips and stuff like that, his backside, and sort of make them a little bit reddish.
I'm like so jealous because you're getting to paint like fun skin tones right now. I'm like, I'm painting Hourman.
Come to Papa Nerdle. It's all fun skin tones.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a sash, guys. It's gray. Very exciting. And then I'm gonna call it quits.
Paint his butt red. Getting into the creases and the details here, and because we painted white beforehand, it's just going to take that tan or that orange and Reichland and just sort of mix it in nice. And you can wipe off a little bit of it with your finger before it dries right. And you have a Nurgling that's kind of shaded, and his skin kind of shifts and changes a little bit. He's not perfectly green all the way over, which
Mm-hmm.
is what I'm going for. So
Cool.
that's about as good as it gets for
Yeah.
3 hours of really, and of course, like the viewers can kind of pick up here. You can go for another 10 minutes if you want, or we can call it quits.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I think I'm all
Well,
bugged out.
yeah.
So here's my, I didn't get to do like any of the big flashy stuff. I think once the robe is done, he'll really start popping some more. But I did all the armor work, started working on some of the gemstones. His bones will look really cool when they're done.
The eyes look really good.
Yeah, they do.
They really, because like a lot of that, the purple and blue
Mhm.
of the armor is really dark,
Yeah.
and those things just kind of burn, like smolder in his armor. That was really good. I like that.
If they follow you.
I kind of want to make his eyes brighter.
I think you could.
I'm kind of losing them in there.
Do you want to try some of this intense
No,
ink?
where are they? I think it's more so I need like a lighter layer
Yeah.
of paint. Maybe if I mix, I'm gonna do it here before we finish up.
That's fine. I'm just gonna start packing up.
I'm gonna mix Marrow White and Dorn Yellow. Make like a really, really, really light off-white. I still want it to like burn red, but you know sometimes the things are like really intense red. It's not exactly red at the point of the center of it.
Here's my palette that I made. Pretty colorful. For what the model looks, my palette's pretty colorful here.
Oh yeah.
Like,
You know what? You still have that ink out?
yes. You might want to play with it a little bit. But it is red, I
I'm gonna take
promise.
This, the P3 Thamar Black, Thamar, however you say it.
Yeah.
Get in his eye. Right there. The center of his eye needs more contrast. True contrast. Ooh, but not that color. Not that color at all. Okay.
Oh, you guys can stare at my orange. There we go.
I think that pops a bit more. It's a little easier to see.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know if it's. I still probably want to make that black line a little smaller under his eye.
Mm-hmm.
Get some more red in there. Because right now it's kind of like black and yellow that glows red.
Yeah,
They're so small and such a weird angle that trying to
I
get
can see
that
that.
to pop is like
Especially against white.
Mhm.
That makes it harder too.
it's like getting it gets lost in a lot of the detail. There's a ton of stuff going on in his face.
I feel like I would go for a little bit more orange than yellow.
Yeah.
Like red to orange to white.
That's what I had at first,
Yeah.
but it was just
Wasn't
like
working.
a small sliver that I wasn't seeing much.
Yeah.
So I think what I might do is later on when I can actually just kind of get there and see better, use a real small brush, go back over it in red, and then just redo the what is it, Corn Red and Mephiston, Evil Sons. Yes, I'm talking like 5 coats on an eye lens. But
On an eye. I want to see what show she did with hers. I liked hers a lot.
so, yep. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Those who did.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching it. Those who take a look at it later. And we'll catch you next time with maybe some AOS stuff
Maybe some demons.
or demons.
All right. See ya.
Have a good night.